What the hell? Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. What's up, LeVar? We is back. What's up, people?
Came out still on top.
With Floyd? What was it? Lose situation? What you mean?
It was a situation that he put me in to, make me lose. But he thought I was gonna lose. But
You talking about like a boxing match or?
yeah, boxing match.
Ooh, if you don't mind. If you don't want to, it's fine.
Joseph Pedraza, my first world title. I was 16-0. I was 16-0, 16-0.
What's
And
up? What's up,
I was
Montana?
21 at the time, and I haven't
Tank
fought
Davis.
in like 7 or 8 months. Around that time, I wasn't making that much money. I probably was making like 10,000 a fight. So 6 months is crazy to not fight, So when they came back and it was like, all right, you gotta fight this fighter, which is Joseph Pedraza. If you don't fight him, you're not fighting. You're sitting on a shelf. So I had to fight him. In the midst of all that happened, I got evicted. I had to sell my jewelry. And remind you, I'm letting them boxers that you talking about, I'm putting them on game. Letting them know what's going on. Like, see, this was happening. Like, you feel me? I'm letting these guys know. So when it be like people saying they want to fight me, it's
like, how could you, nigga? I was the one that was giving you game when I was going through it.
Yeah.
When I was at the lowest part of my career, I was telling y'all niggas how so you wouldn't have to get there. And now it's like betrayal almost.
Yeah.
Do you think Floyd did that intentionally?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Why? After so much time, after I guess again, after what we think he helped you come to the game, he gave you the spotlight. Like, why would he try to diminish your career?
It was somehow that they were saying that I was messing with his daughter off of the fact that she kept Snapchatting me.
Okay.
She kept hitting me on the Snapchat. So they sent it to Floyd, and Floyd bugged out.
Man, shout out to J Hill, man. Oh, yeah, what it is, man. That was Javante talking about Floyd. Say Floyd tried to sabotage his career. Tank got a lot going on. Look like to me though, he's starting to get back to business. But I told y'all Tank had a lot going on without going into detail. You know, him and Floyd don't fuck with each other. What's up, Siobhan, Charlene? What it is? Yeah, I ain't even get a chance to check it out. Sleep to J Hill, man. He need to get me up there. Yeah, babe. Well, y'all, we got a good one today though, y'all. We got Traplore Ross put out a diss track. Put out a diss track on Durk. Like, yo, what's up with Traplore Ross, man? Yo, this is the prime example. I got a video coming out. I probably release it after this live. But I got a video talking about this, man. So Traplore Ross put out a diss track. Damn, I can't watch it. Yo, hold up, y'all. Let me go in the house, y'all. Cause it's cold out here, y'all. Yo, what the fuck was that, y'all? Listen to this, man. So you got Traplore Ross, who made his whole career is based off of King Von. King Von brought the man back to relevance. King Von brought the man back to relevance, and he put out a diss track. Yo, put out a diss track. Listen to this. Hold up, y'all. Try to get the light out. Listen to this shit right here. Yo, this is what I be talking about. Wait till I drop this video later. This is what I be talking about, y'all. These niggas are supreme culture vultures. Him and Adam, I think Traplore Ross is the biggest. What's up, Rob? What's up, Edward? Shucking and jiving, what it is. Benji, what it do? Hartmore, what it is. Siobhan, got the whole gang here. Listen to this clown. Somebody should slap the shit out of him, y'all. And that ain't, figuratively. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yo, how do you come into a culture, monetize off the culture, and then do some shit like this? Y'all,
Act like Quando.
this is out of control, y'all. I'm so sick and tired of these motherfuckers. But people support this shit. People watch your videos. I even had people come to my channel and be like, yo, you need to start doing your videos.
Why didn't young boy clear that?
I done had people come to my channel and be like, yo, you need to start doing your videos like Traplore Ross. I said, yo, it ain't nothing I can learn from Traplore Ross. Like, you sitting there listening to Traplore Ross, he don't know nothing about what he speak. You know what I mean? That man is an outsider. You're outsider by definition and outsider by fucking religion. You understand what I'm saying? He put out frivolous videos saying anything. Yeah, but that takes, and that's why I ain't respect Tay Savage for that. Yeah, man. I ain't respect Tay Savage for that move because he supposed to really press that boy, like for real, off camera. Man, disrespectful. Man, disrespectful. And he a fucking culture vulture. He, cause you can't do something like that and then sit down with him. Like it ain't nothing to talk about, man. Ain't nothing to talk about. The man's a fucking clown. It's a clown. You made all that money off of King Von. I mean, King Von is what brought him back to relevance. And then you put out a song talking about signing a serial killer. For one, King Von ain't a serial killer. Yo, there's just so much going on, yo, right now in this culture. And I think that was Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp asked Gilly, why do the culture glamorize violence? And what I say, yo, it's not the culture, it's the outsiders. You understand what I'm saying? It's the Traplore Rosses, the Adam 22s, the Vlad. When we talk about it, we don't talk about it in a glamorous way. We talk about it in a way that people can understand that, yo, this shit is dangerous. This ain't the route you want to go. This ain't the route you want to go, man. Look, Fat Rap Productions sounding crazy. Yeah, man. And yo, wait till I drop this video later, cause the video I'm dropping later is about how the internet can kind of intertwine or it's got intermingled with the streets, and it's a dangerous combination, yo, because eventually, y'all, somebody's gonna get hurt. Eventually, these guys that want to talk about this and talk about that and be involved in this and be involved in that, it's gonna get hurt, y'all, and it's gonna be their fault. Motherfucker ain't gonna have no sympathy for them because they playing. They playing. You speaking on shit, but you can't stand on nothing. Now, suppose one of Durk peoples, you know what I mean, was to catch Traplore Ross and really put hands and feet on him. What are you gonna do? Call the police? But you just in the song dissing. That's not how we operate in our culture, y'all. In our culture, yo, what you say you gotta stand on. You understand what I'm saying? You don't get to talk crazy and then first chance you get, run to the police. Nah, bro, that's not how that shit work. Because if it was that deep, you shouldn't have said it. You shouldn't have said it if you couldn't stand on it. Fucking Traplore Ross, this and Durk. Here it's all. Fuck you gonna diss Durk? You got all these videos. That man got all these videos talking about Durk. But that just let you know he don't care. Like he's not a fan. Traplore Ross not a fan of hip hop music. Ain't no fan of hip hop music. He sit there and even call himself a hip hop historian. How? How is he a hip hop historian? No fucking hip hop historian, nigga. Goofy ass nigga. That shit just pissed me off, y'all. Shit, we got an album one sitting there. I ain't even look at it before I clicked it. Y'all know I like to give real raw reaction, so I ain't had no clue he was gonna go that far. I took it out. Yeah, I ain't had no clue he was gonna go that far with it. But what's up with everybody though, man? Yeah, though, y'all, we got a good one, man. We got Ralo. Need to take accountability. I'm about sick and tired of Ralo. For real. There's only two. I'm in there, one. Alright. Ralo refused. Damn. Ralo refused to accept his actions of what he did. Damn, man. Keep blaming everybody else. Yo really uploaded a video. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play. Hold up. I talked about it last night. Well, I did a video, but I didn't speak on it. Cause I'm really tired of speaking on Ralo. What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm really tired of speaking on Ralo, man. To be honest, yeah, it's cool. Look at this one, charge real quick. Real fast. Ready to go sleep. Move your phone in. Just ready to go to sleep. Cause this phone is hard to operate with. This Sean phone. What is it?
Then you go out the cage and bring him in here and shut the door.
I bet y'all. Real G-Man, what it is. Yeah, but I'm sick and tired of Ralo, y'all, because I think Ralo would sleep a whole lot better at night if he just kept it real with himself. And that's another thing. Go back to what I be talking about. You got everybody speaking on issues and speaking on things. Come on. They don't really know nothing about. People really running with the narrative that Ralo ain't getting nobody arrested. Yo, Ralo and what he did caused a lot of trouble. Come on. Hell no want to follow me in here. Nico. Come on. Yeah, what he did caused a lot of trouble. Hold up. No, they're right there. Y'all, do y'all realize? See, this the thing Ralo doing. Ralo keep giving people the paperwork that don't matter. He keep talking on the situation that don't matter. He keep talking about, yeah, but the information, oh my God, fucking phone went out again. He keep talking about, yeah, the information I lied to the feds. Nobody's disputing that Ralo lied to the feds. Everybody knows that. Everybody know that. But he keep forgetting the key part. Now, where's your phone? This phone keep cutting out on me.
You use the same phone every day.
No, I don't use it every day. I used it yesterday. Matter of fact, I used your phone yesterday when you was asleep.
This one you use every day.
No, I got my computer. Which one, please?
It's my first.
What's that? All right. What's this?
I can't see.
It's not. So big. Hold up, y'all. We ready to get busy. Alright, we good now. We're gonna go back outside too. It's cold out there, but we're gonna deal with it for the moment. And it's windy. Alright, so Ralo, man. Ralo keeps showing the paperwork where he didn't like. Alright, so let me explain Ralo's situation to people. Ralo keeps saying there's information or his profit didn't lead to arrest. That's a lie. And he explains that, King J, what it is. And he explains that by showing this paperwork that admits he lied to the feds. Yo, everybody knows Ralo lied to the feds. So what happened, y'all, for people that don't know, Ralo tried to run the play. Now, I don't know if he was trying to get one of his homeboys to take the case, or he was lying and said he was trying to tell on somebody dead. But that ain't even important. So what happened was when Ralo had this meeting with the feds, this proffer with the feds, right? Ralo went in there with a whole script. This the play I'm running. I'm gonna tell on this dude. This person gonna take the case. It was all mapped out. But what happened is Ralo didn't have a plan B. Didn't have a plan B. He only had plan A. So once he ran plan A, the feds wasn't trying to hear it. So after he gave his whole little story about this plug and these drug houses, the feds ain't want to hear none of it. So now Ralo is sitting there looking fucking stupid because he done had this meeting with the feds and they don't want to hear nothing he's saying. So what Ralo decides to do next is, or I don't know how the conversation came up, but Ralo gives up his cell phone willingly. This the part he never wants to talk about. He keeps talking about I lied to the feds. Matter of fact, before I get to there, let's go to what Ralo said. I forgot that's what I was ready to do. Come on, y'all. Let's go to what Ralo said, y'all. Like he's the last person. Here, go right here.
Going down lots of the feds and get called a rat, but yet y'all got a nigga saying he did 20-something years for a dude. I don't have a Tammy Collins. I don't have a Cuffy. I don't have a alleged person saying that Ralo got him locked up. Never have, won't ever be. But however, I couldn't even get a nigga to tell Ralo happy birthday. But these niggas was ready, down to go get on that stage. And let's get it clear. If 51 never went up on Sheldon, y'all would have been right on that stage. Y'all would have been. I going down lots of the feds and get called a rat. I was waiting on you niggas to go do that, so y'all wasn't gonna hear the last third out of me. I going down lots of the feds.
All right, let's get back to the story. Ralo did lie to the feds. Like I say, he didn't have no plan B. So what Ralo ended up being stuck between a rock and a hard place. He's stuck between a rock and a hard place because he done had this meeting with the feds and they don't want none of the information that he came there to give. So what happened was Ralo gave up his cell phone. So what the feds end up finding out, first they looked at the phone while Ralo was present. Then they subpoenaed the records of the phone. And what they end up finding out was that the lawyer that Ralo used might be involved in the drug game. You understand what I'm saying? So from Ralo giving up his phone, it caused a whole domino effect. Ask Joshua, which was the lawyer, which was the same lawyer that beat the case for Gucci Mane back in the day when he did what he did with the Jeezy situation. Ralo lawyer get disbarred. Ralo lawyer business partner, a guy by the name of Manu Jones, he gets arrested. They find out that the pilots, You know, because Ralo was using private flights. They found out that the pilots knew about drugs being trafficked on their planes. Pilots got fired. So Ralo keep trying to act like nobody got arrested. Yo, people did get arrested. People got disbarred. A lot of things happen because you, Ralo, want to decide to give up his phone. But he gets mad because it's people that know that, you know, especially people in this inner circle. They know what he did. That's why they not fucking with him. But he get to come to the internet and he get the flodge and act like he ain't do what he did because Manu Jones ain't never gonna come out and say anything. Ash Joshua ain't never gonna come out and say anything. And he knows this. He could have paid him. I don't know. But we talking about civilians. You understand what I'm saying? We not dealing with street guys. Ralo got civilians incarcerated. Ralo got civilians to lose their job. All because he tried to run a play with the feds that didn't work. And instead of him leaving, instead of Ralo saying, you know what? Damn, my play ain't work. I'ma leave. He say, okay, well, go through my phone. Now, you let Ralo tell it wasn't nothing in his phone. But why would you even put yourself in that type of situation to now they suspending your phone records and now they found out a whole list of information and people went to jail. That's a rat. You told. The information that you gave, the information that Ralo gave to the federal government led to people getting arrested. It led to people losing their jobs. That's why I be so hard on him, because he's sitting here trying to lie and he's using the fact that the guy that he told on ain't gonna say nothing. But that don't mean you didn't bust a move. And he should be the last person that be speaking about if y'all would have did that show. Even though I agree with him with that. I was waiting for him to do the show. Matter of fact, we've been on Boosie Hills and a couple of the other guys even before, once I seen their name on the flyer. Y'all see all this nonsense going on around that boy name. Meech's probably one of the most dishonorable people. We could probably sit him right next to Terrence. You know what I mean? Terrence and Meech need to start a podcast together. Both of them dishonorable human beings. Terrence might be one of the worst. But people support him. But I'm hoping through this situation, yo, we start getting understanding, yo, that this snitch shit, these guys is going outside ratting and telling on people, yo, they not people that supposed to be respected because they don't have any honor. They don't have any integrity. It ain't about the streets. It's about being a man. If you committed a crime, you go down for your crime. You don't implicate others. You don't do the police job for them. That's the police job. You know what I mean? But being as though the concert got canceled, it actually saved a lot of people. But Boosie is on record saying he was going to perform. So Boosie's going to have to stand on that. Boosie selective politic. 100%. It's not debatable. I can't wait to hear his next Vlad interview. I might catch a clip online. But I can't wait to hear what he got to say for himself, because you select the politic, bro. Call it what you want. Tell me I ain't see enough. What else is there to see? This is the same person that when Terrence's name came up and Vlad said, you know, he told on the dead. He said, how you know? You sure that's what he did? I think he did more. So Boosie knows that it's going to be a lot of gray area with this snitching shit nowadays, because they do a good job of hiding these guys. They hide them real good. So it ain't always going to be plain and simple like it used to be back in the day. No, you're going to have to use a little bit of critical thinking. You got to use a little bit of common sense, or else you're going to be surrounded by rats and you might be the next one that get taken down. You understand? And you ain't even got to be involved in no criminal activity. Look at Ralo's situation. Ralo got civilians arrested. That's why the last thing they expect from a street guy, the civilians, that is, the last thing they would expect is a street guy to take down their illegal business because they decide to get some illegal money on the side. Man, that shit crazy. Shit crazy, man. Ralo a wild ass nigga though, yo, but I'm gonna make him stand on it. I wish he stopped talking about it. That's why the last video I did, I ain't even say nothing. I ain't even say nothing. I just put the video out, put out the information, and people can see what it is. The man ain't right, man. He ain't right. And instead of him standing on it, he keep trying to lie about it. Yo, keep this shit real, bro. That shit be pissing me off. But the thing with Ralo is hurting inside. It bothers him, you know, because he know what he did. He know what he talked. He know what he said he stood on. So it bothers him that he went this route. It does. It would bother me too. If I was the type of nigga or the type of person that said I stood on something, and then the first chance I get to show it, motherfuckers see like, oh man, this nigga a fraud. He ain't standing on nothing he said he was gonna stand on. It would bother me too. Sunday best, what it is, G man. Yeah, Boosie flawed, man. Boosie got picks. Boosie got picks. Like I said, I gave Boosie a pass when it came down to QC. He got a pass on that. He ain't hold QC accountable like he supposed to. Yo, where I'm from, yo, we don't get passes, yo. At least I don't. Family members get cut off. If my father rat, if it was to ever come out that my father is a rat, I'll never fuck with him again. I'll never fuck with him again. Yeah, he selected politics. Boosie know he did wrong. See, the problem is Boosie need that money. But that's why you shouldn't say, that's why, yo, that's the thing about speaking. Sometimes when you talk too much, you put yourself into a corner. I do it. You know what I mean? You put yourself into a corner. And now you be forced to stand on shit. Because you done backed yourself into a corner. I do it all the time with these content creators. Lean on them. Cause they do goofy shit. But I'm aware of my actions. Like I know that if I was ever run across Ralo, the day of tomorrow is gonna be issues. I'm sure of that. You know, because I've been calling him a rat. He came on the live. I called him a rat on the live. So I know if I was ever bump across him, yo, it might be a problem. You know what I mean? Not saying that I want a problem, because I ain't beefing with him, but he might feel some type of way because I'm telling the truth about him. So, it is what it is. But the problem is with these content creators is they don't understand that. Take it back to the Traplore Ross conversation that we were just having. Traplore Ross put out a whole diss song on Durk, but he don't understand what happened if you see Durk or somebody close to Durk. What you gonna do? You gotta stand on these words, or they're gonna make you eat them. They're gonna make you eat them. If you call the police, you really gonna get treated bad, because that shows you couldn't stand on what you said. Like everything ain't all fun and games. That's the problem now. Everybody thinks shit fun and games. Wait till y'all see this video I drop later on Supreme Son. I'm gonna drop it tonight. Everything ain't all fun and games, y'all. Like people gotta realize to us it might be content, but this is people real life. You understand? It's like I don't think most of these content creators real or even look at it that way. They just think it's content. No, this is people real life. Meech really did have to cancel his show because rappers backed out. That was a bag for him. Right. Look, Hey, boy, Frog, I was tripping, right? I was tripping because a part you got Black TV asking Terrence asking Terrence the big meat snitch. Like if you asking a rat, did another rat? Like yo, you don't see no issue. That's not a conflict of interest. Like yo, he don't even need to be involved. Why nobody cares what a rat has to say? We don't care what Terrence got to say. He's a fucking rat. He's not honorable. So how he gonna speak on another rat? That same shit Ralo just did. Like, yo, we living in a wild world, yo, but if y'all notice, the real is slowly but surely coming back. There's some guys that solidified, that ain't told on nobody. They coming back. They coming back, man. And it's gonna be hard for these motherfuckers, for these people that been out here faking and flogging the whole time. Oh, Mickey Jones is the sales CI. Who's Mickey Jones? Yeah, though, y'all, like it be aggravating. Like I couldn't believe Vlad asked Terrence that the big meats tell. Like what? You should ask somebody solid that. Like why the fuck you asking a rat? Like his word hold any weight. Like Terrence is one of the biggest rats that we have around right now. I don't think people even realize that. Terrence is one of the biggest rats. The biggest. Like the man told on pipe 15 people. Nah, Terrence worse than Woody. Terrence way worse than Woody. Terrence set up correctional officers. Terrence told on dead people. Terrence told on alive people. Terrence is one of the worst of the worst. Y'all gotta realize this man had life plus change. They took it all back. Left him with 20 years or some shit like that. Or something left him with like 20, 30 years. They took it all back. That let you know that man did a whole lot of cooperating. Didn't just tell him people dead. That ain't gonna get you but so far, man. Ralo tried it. Look what happened with him. Ralo tried to tell on the dead plug. Fans wasn't trying to hear that shit, man. The dead plug. How do we benefit? How do we benefit by you telling on a dead plug? We want bodies in beds. Like the fuck is a dead plug? Yeah, that might can you know, I don't even know what the fuck can it do. We ain't talking about a murderer. If they release you, they gotta be able to replace you with somebody. They ain't just letting nobody out. What you say, Charles? Yeah, Ralo, wow. Yeah, that was a good show they did. But you know I'm an outsider, yo. You know I'm an outsider, not standalone. Alright. Yeah, but that was a good show. Salute to DC Blacks and Dillface. That was a good show. But yeah though, y'all. Ralo wild. Meech even worse. Cause I don't know what Meech can do after this. Like I think Meech might be done. Maybe he can do some interviews, you know, get his money up doing interviews. Yo, but I'm not interested. I might watch one. Like to me, he only can tell it what it is, Marquise. He can only tell that story once. I might watch one interview just to hear him out. But I already know what's going on. And then even with that, it's like, yo, you're not getting the truth. Like, can people really, if Meech was to do some interviews, right? Can people really look at it and think they're getting the truth? Based off of everything that we know. Because y'all gotta realize snitches are liars as well. That's another reason why I don't be interested in watching Terrence and I wasn't watching Butter and I wasn't watching, because they liars. Like I'm not interested in watching an interview where I'm just being lied to, or I got to second guess and question everything you say. I can't fuck with that. Hey yo, for real? I don't know. He's gonna have to. Now he got to get out and smile and keep that money coming in. Yeah, I seen Meech doing promos now, and I wasn't gonna speak on that. You know what I mean? Because Meech is a kid. You know this whole situation. Like he don't know nothing about this. He ain't come from this. So I seen him do the promo, and I'm like, damn, they out here doing promo now. Shit must be rough. But at the end of the day, he's a kid. His father put him in this situation. And that's another thing about the snitching thing, yo. Like, yo, people gotta understand, yo, this is gonna affect your family. This is always gonna be a part of your family. Your kids gotta deal with it. Your grandkids gonna have to deal with it. Because a lot of people think snitching running your blood. You feel me? Like, it's crazy. And it's nothing but being dishonorable. People think a lot that shit running your blood a lot of times. You see, it is a domino effect. If your father told, people might, you know, people gonna have questions. You got to prove yourself. People gonna be a little bit reserved because they know how his father got down. But yeah, I wasn't gonna be too hard on Meech. You know, his father fucked him up, being dishonorable. You got people online like, nah, but he don't really owe 50 no. He don't owe 50 nothing. Shit, yeah, the fuck he do. And 50 did a lot for that man and his family and his legacy. Only for him to come home and backtrack and start fucking with Ross, knowing 50. But matter of fact, I can't even say. It was a chance that Meech didn't know that Ross and 50 had this beef. You know, that been going on for ages because he been locked up all this time. But Rick Ross really put Meech in a fucked up situation. Yeah, but that ain't even his son though, ever. Like, I don't paparazzi post this clout chasing. That ain't even that man's son. Like, why you want to be connected to a stone cold rat? Like, I just think people gotta understand what a rat really is, yo. It's a dishonorable person, man. It's not. They're not good friends. You know, snitches don't normally make good friends. You can't trust them. So you think he knew? It's a possibility. I mean, I don't put, yo, once I see a person that's dishonorable, I don't really put nothing past him. Nothing at all. Like, you can tell me this motherfucker stabbed his son. I'd be like, shit, I believe it. You feel me? Like, you showed up. Once I find out a person goes bad, I can believe everything you tell me about him because I know it's bigger than just snitching. I know there's always signs leading up before the person ultimately rats that you gotta pay attention to so you don't get put in the trick bag. Should have been patient. A lot of people make that mistake. A lot of people make that mistake, trying to come home and try to force shit. All he had to do was come home, be patient. Yeah, I'm sure 50 would have figured something out for him, you know? You had another season of BMF, now they saying that shit done. You know what I mean? Yo, Meech, my man brought up a good point, right? Because when people look at Meech, people think people think like, damn, yo, had to been smart to be able to pull off what he pulled off. But my man brought up a good point, yo. And that's, yo, sometimes people just fall into a right situation. You gotta realize, yo, Meech was coming up in the 80s. It's a lot of money in the 80s. When crack first hit, the 80s. So he might have just fell into some good situations. He couldn't do it again. In 2025, Meech would not be able to, we can make him 20 again. If Meech was coming up in the mid 2000s or early 2000s, he wouldn't be able to do that again based off of how he moving. Like Shorty, he's sneaky for one. And one of these people, sometimes these people think they slicker than the program. I mean, too slick for a can of oil. Like Meech thought he was real slick by sending Tammy on the motherfucking on the missions he was sending her on. Like I said, he probably pumped her head up, told her, you know, it was me and you against the world, we're gonna be together forever. Only to then come home and tell a girl that knows everything about you. You know she got cross in her. Look how she did Terry White. Look how she did Cuffy. You know she got cross in her. So why would you then come home and tell that same person that you bad for my image and think that person not going to react? You understand? She probably was like, whoa. What? Y'all got to realize Tammy put her life on the line for me. It was times in that investigation when we read the paperwork. Wait till we get back home. We go back over the paperwork. Where she thought she was going to get killed. She was being followed. At least she thought she was. People was calling up threatening her. You understand? Like her life was legitimately in danger once her, well, from her words, once her name got exposed. So she doing all this shit for yo. And he come home and say, you know what? You bad for business. Man, that shit was probably like a smack in the face. Yeah, I think he just came up at the right time. You know, a lot of the people came up. Look at Freeway Rick Ross. Like, when you look at Freeway Rick Ross, the kingpin, yo, I don't see him, like, I don't know how he pulled that off. Like, he too mild-mannered. It don't look like he got no aggression with him. Like, he might be another one of them guys. You know, came up at the right time. Linked up with some good dudes. Put him in position. Put him in position. That's what happened with Meech too. Put him in position. Meech fucked himself up though, man. Yo, what's done in the dark always come to light. I don't know why people forget that. It always comes to the light. It don't matter how long it takes, it always comes to the light. Like Meech really thought he was gonna be able to pull these backhanded, underhanded plays. And y'all, there's no telling who else was a victim of Tammy and Meech. Like, people don't talk about Terry White. I do. I think Terry White and Tammy and that whole thing, I think Meech was fully involved. Because what I think Meech was doing, I think Meech was using his relationships. He was using the fact that I'm Big Meech. He still had plugs. He still had guys. And he was using that shit to, you know, send people over. Dirty motherfucker, man. One of the dirtiest. Same shit Terrence was doing. Terrence was using the fact that he was a hot boy. I'm baby brother. And, you know, it's people that are flocked to that. You know, it's people that want to be around that. And he was using that to his advantage. He was using that to send people over, just like me. Two of the dirtiest. Two of the dirtiest. I showed y'all the video yesterday where Cuffy said, no, that wasn't yesterday, that was the day before. What's that yesterday? No, the day before yesterday. When Cuffy was talking about how, this is the second time Meech tried to put them together. It wasn't the first. He says it's the second time Meech tried to put them together, man. So Meech tried to put them together before. Let me see if I can find it. Said Meech tried to put them together before, but he said the dude wasn't right, so he backed up off of him. So he backed up off of him. Let me see if I can find it though. Look at this, y'all. Y'all seen this? See this brother right here, man. Hold up. Man did 35 years. $35 years, man. 30 years. 30 years in prison for a crime he didn't commit. $30 years for a crime he ain't commit. He ready to sue the shit out the city. He deserve every fucking penny. But let me find that conversation. I think I got it. Let me see. The fuck? They lie? Who's this?
Yeah, I get it, but it's really not in you.
Oh, it's Coffee Daughter.
Why haven't you heard Big Meech condemn Tammy Cobb? Big Meech has always been a money-getting nigga. But there's levels to this.
This call is from a federal prison.
Big Meech, I'm the first nigga put $1 million in his pocket. He never seen that till he came to the loop. You feel me? Demetrius Fleury's been locked up since 2005, and how are you my unindicted, he listed in my paperwork, homie, as my unindicted co-conspirator serving 30 years at FCI Lompoc in California. How are you in my paperwork, man, and that you are in bed with a government informant that testified in court
Charles.
that she...
I hate, what's up, Pat? I hate when people can't think past go. Hey, Charles, this is not gossip. You understand what I'm saying? This is real life lessons. We got a problem in our community where everybody want to chase this street persona. Everybody want to chase this street life. But people only want to chase it when it's beneficial. They don't never want the downside. It's a downside to everything. It's a yin and a yang to everything. And what I'm saying is, and what I want people to understand is, accept both sides. Accept both sides of the game. If you want the money side, you gotta be able to accept prison as well. Fuck, this ain't no gossip. This shit real. See, this is the problem, y'all. This ain't the goofy shit. It's real lessons in everything that I speak on. Anytime I say, I'm not into just wasting breath. I don't just talk just to fucking hear I talk because I got some shit that I need to say and I think people can learn from. We got a serious problem where everybody want to be a gangster. Everybody want to be the biggest drug dealer. Everybody want to be a kingpin, but nobody want to go to jail. I don't remember this. It ain't used to be like this. You got to be able to accept both sides of the game, man. Heads and tails. It's a flip of the coin. Sometimes it might flip and be heads. Sometimes if you flip it 10 times, it might be tail. But you got to be able to bask in both of them. Like everybody want to get in when the getting is good, yo. But it ain't always going to be good, yo. You can't start sliding through the door when shit get bad. No. Stand on that too. Stand on that too. And this ain't coming from anybody. I did time. I faced life in prison. This coming from somebody that can say it with confidence. And ain't telling on nobody. Paperwork clean. It's not a person in the world that can say they in prison because of Keeping G News, because of Sean Mosley. So it's lessons that can be taught through these situations. That's what I do. I don't know why other people do it. I don't know why other people do it. I only speak on situations that people can learn from. Ralo, prime example, Mr. Durk Food. He had this whole moniker of selling drugs, and I never tell when police can't stop shit. Well, the police stopped him. And what did he try to do? What did he try to do? He tried to fucking run a play on the face. The play didn't work. What was his next move? He gives them people his phone. People get arrested. People get indicted. People lose their job. And he still can't take accountability for what the fuck he did. Exactly. That's another thing too, Carl. They want to. That's another thing. I be trying to get these kids. Yo, armed robbery is one of the worst charges you can catch. You got all these kids want to rob. They want to steal. Yo, that is one of the worst. You know how many years they can give you for armed robbery? You understand what I'm saying? 20, 30. That's damn near like a murder. But they don't even understand that. They don't even get that part. You out here robbing, yo, that is handgun. Shit, don't let you be a felon. Felon in possession of a handgun. A handgun in commission of a crime. Armed robbery. Shit, might be carjacking. Like, yo, all of those cases, all of those charges carry minimum, maximum, 20-year maximum. And they can give you all that consecutive if they want, if they feel like it. It's all about if they feel like it or not. They, you understand? Fuck the rule book. If I'm having a good day as a judge, I might be lenient. If I'm having a bad day as a judge, you might get the max. I might give everybody the max. You understand me? I get 40 cases a day. Everybody I see that get found guilty getting the max. That's how the game ran, man. It ain't no real code when it come down to that shit, man. But I'm trying to get people to understand if that's the life you want to live, dangerous life, I wouldn't recommend it. But yo, don't go out like Ralo. Don't go out like Big Meech. Don't go out like Terrence. A.D. Hoover. It ain't that simple. We're not going to be naive either. You know what I mean? We ain't going to be naive either. People don't just wake up and say, oh, I'm going to commit a crime. Circumstances is a lot of people's reasons for committing crimes, man. Most crimes are crimes by circumstance. I just talking about Big Meech. Big Meech is Big Meech probably because of circumstances, because you can tell he ain't too much of a thinker. To cross the girl that know everything about you, that was stupid as a motherfucker. Pick up and move. Oh my God, we got a racist. A Hoover. Pick up and move well. We built this country just as much as y'all did. What are you talking about? Like, yo, stop saying dumbass shit. Like, that sounds stupid, idiotic. And you probably think you're smarter than me. You probably think he's smarter than me. I will fucking... You could call right now. We could talk about anything. Politics. We could talk about Trump, Elon Musk. We could talk about the Democrats. We could talk about your neighborhood grocery store. You ain't gonna know more about me on either topic. I promise you. See, that's the dumb shit. They look at you and assume without knowing nothing. Don't know nothing. Can't keep up in any conversation. We have a conversation about some real shit, they're gonna get lost. But then they come over here and then they say some of the wildest things out their mouth. These people is crazy, man. We live in a wild world, man. We can talk about it. Call me Instagram. Oh, yo, for one, yo, black people ain't packing up and leaving nowhere. This is our land. The fuck is you talking about? Yeah, he fucked up. When you was in solitary confinement, you decided to change your life. Hey, D-Hova, where you from, D-Hova? It's more people in the hood with jobs than it ain't. Like that's the part that's the funny shit. It's more people in the hood with jobs that ain't. But the problem is we got these outsiders, like I was talking about before, that only want to glorify the negativity. All they want to talk about. What part of California? California big as shit. Crazy thing about it is most of these welfare programs are not ran, but most of these welfare programs are abused by white women. That's the funny part. That's the part that people don't want to talk about. So what you gotta understand, who everybody's situation is different, yo. Do I gotta go back to the scenario? Hova? You say it one more time. Hova, me and you could be, me and you, right? Could have been next door neighbors. Check this out. We could have been next door neighbors to each other, right? We both lost all the same friends. You know what I mean? My friends was your friends. Both our parents could have been high, getting high or in prison. But the difference is you had grandparents, I didn't. And that could change the whole trajectory of your life versus mine. People gotta understand that, yo, you can't judge a person based off of your life. Can't do that. You can't have the mentality of just because I made it, you can make it too. That's not reality, man. That ain't reality. That's just a cop-out to diminish or disregard someone else's struggle. That's what that is, a cop-out. It's bogus. It's bogus. One person, yo, can change your life. Yo. One person can be that influential in your life that can change the whole direction. And some people just ain't found that one person. What you mean? Everybody ain't got grandparents. The fuck is you talking about, ho? See, that's what I'm saying. You couldn't have came from no real situations, yo. It's people whose grandparents is dead by the time they 10. Both of them. Depending on the type of life they live. I'm just saying, yo. Things is different, yo. Like, just because I came from a certain environment, you came from the same environment, that don't mean. Because what I'm saying to you is, man, you could have been neighbors. You mustn't hear what I said. We could have been neighbors. We could have lost all the same friends. But you went to Harvard and I went to prison. But you never factored in that those weekends when you was over your grandparents' house and they lived in a nice neighborhood, you never factored in those 2 days changed your perception, helped you see different. Though I didn't have them 2 days. I was in the hood 24/7. Everybody's journey different, man. People don't understand that, man. Man, D-Ho, you sound ignorant. You sound ignorant. Yeah, when you become an adult. When you become an adult. I didn't say, what the fuck is you talking about? You had a dad. You know what my dad was? In prison. Getting high. What the fuck is you talking about, man? That's what I'm trying to explain to you, y'all. Everybody's situation is different. And you can't base your life. And you don't even know if you're doing better than me in life. Where you learn work ethic at? Who taught you work ethic? You ain't learning on your own. Who taught you that? Right. You had a job at 13, both parents, and you still went to prison. Because he lied, he ain't been no prison. If he did, then what the fuck was wrong with you? There ain't no excuse. You was set up to win, bro. That man was set up to win. Everybody not set up to win, man. Some people come from some rough situations, man. And I ain't saying I came from the roughest. But, because I know some people that came out rougher than me. I don't even know what that means, man. I don't know what being a victim is. Because that, yeah, you're a white guy. So that saying somebody's a victim is assuming that people gave up. I don't think nobody ever gave up. I think black people are the most resilient people on this earth. Jehovah. I don't think you can survive my city. Yeah, he will. Yeah, I see. I don't think you can survive the streets and the neighborhoods I lived in. But keep derailing the show. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that, man. Cause people gotta understand. Like everybody think. Now it is some bloggers that do gossip. But no, this not a gossiping channel. We really giving real information. I'm trying to help these people learn how to survive out this bitch because it's treacherous in some of these neighborhoods. It's treacherous, man. It's easy to get sucked into a life. Yeah, because most of these kids that jump into the streets, they don't realize what happened to us too late. Look at Q50 and them, right? Q50 Lord 50. Q50 Lord 50 and them, right? We didn't hear nothing of them until the last couple years. From what we know, all them guys was alive. They were still in high school. The minute they wanted to go gangster, now all their friends dying, other friends going to jail. But what I'm saying is, it start off as fun. Shout out to Wine Sosa, man. Wine Sosa said the best. It's only fun when you're young. So what happens is, it start off as fun. You know, give us something to do. But before you know it, you done been locked up 3-4 times. You done lost a couple friends. Shit get real fast, man. Matter of fact, let me take you to somebody who going through that right now. Playing games. Famous Richard. Check him out.
I know all y'all seen me posted on my story about the COs in here, folks. They in this bitch doing me like Tupac, folks. They sexually harassing me. Motherfuckers sexually assaulted me. Motherfuckers came in the shower trying to see something. King David. Some of our hoes out Chicago. I got pipes. I want you to take my pipe. On King David, they can take my time and something. You know how to get your tablet back. You gotta get on your knees, okay? No diddy. I'm being serious, bro. The same shit is gonna make y'all laugh and make y'all cry. Y'all out there laughing at my pain, bro. I'm gonna be on real soon, though. King Day, I'm gonna be on real soon. Y'all gotta lock in, bro. But this just me to touch base on what happened, bro. This, man, look, I need to still remember it, bro. Get my case out there, bro. These people was freaky as hell. They got me in this freaky ass, ditty ass jail, bro. On King Day, I'm trying to tell you what y'all gotta do.
Act like a D-Hova. Explain what does that mean? No other culture acts like this. Acts like what? What community killed their own seed? I think the white community is fucking great at that. The fuck I just what the fuck do you talk about? I be saying y'all be killing y'all parents and shit. What the hell is you talking about, man? Yo, there isn't more resilient people than Black Americans, man. That's facts. There is no group of people that been through what Black Americans have been through throughout history and still here, still thriving, becoming billionaires, millionaires. Like, I don't know what you be saying, D-Hover. See, the problem is you watching them pages that they probably coming from you. You understand? You watching pages that present black people in a negative way because that's how they want us to be seen. But the reality is, there's not no more resilient people than in the world than Black Americans. I don't know what that is, man. Why don't you call in? Why don't you call me Instagram? Let's have a conversation. Since I'm a victim, let's have a conversation. Let's see who knows more. Since I'm uneducated and I'm a victim, call my Instagram. Look, let me show you something. I would love to have a conversation with you, man. Bet you don't want to do that. I'm ready to give it to you right now. Hold up. Right now. You see this? Hold on. Can you see that? Keep it. Hold on. Call this Instagram. Call this Instagram. Can you see it? Keep it G News. And let's talk about it. Let's talk about the issues in the black community. Let me put this on Do Not Disturb so this phone don't ring. You couldn't see it? Let's keep it G News, man. It is blurry. Yeah, I want to talk to him. I bet he don't want to talk. Anybody that thinks otherwise, anybody that thinks that black Americans are playing victim, call my Instagram and let's talk about it. It's Keep It G News. Type it in. I'm sure it'll pop up. It can be blurry, whatever. Type it in. I'm sure it'll pop up. Let me. It'll pop up. Oh my God. You call me a victim and you don't know how to call Instagram? You gotta go to Messenger. Look. Go to Messenger. Matter of fact, what's your Instagram? D-Hover. What is your Instagram? Do you have Instagram? Right, he educated as a motherfucker, but he don't know how to call people on Instagram. Then you running behind, bro, because life is moving forward. Before you know it, everything gonna be digital. It's like it already is. Oh man. Well, set up an Instagram page and call me. You got Facebook? You can do it on Facebook too. Oh no, you can't do it on Facebook. My Facebook not connected. God damn it. I really want to have this conversation with you, man. He don't want to talk. He don't want to talk. I make him look real bad over here. You go walk right. Okay. Alright, well, we waiting, y'all. We waiting on D-Hover, y'all. D-Hover wants to talk about black people being victims. we're gonna see how this conversation goes. Yeah, hell, we'll see. We'll give him some time. We'll give him 5 minutes. Because that's the thing, y'all. You can't, like, some of these people be too bold. You can't be that bold in the comments, but then don't want to get on and don't want to really talk about it. You know, that's like a KKK member. That's like hating black people but wearing a hood over your face. I mean, we don't respect that. I don't think people respect the KKK in this day and age. You want to hate black people, but you don't want nobody to know. You want to dislike black people in the dark. Man, get the fuck out. Take that goddamn fucking cape off. Take that motherfucking what you call that shit? That hood off your head and show yourself. I mean, don't hate me behind closed doors, man. And people be crazy, yo. Yeah, cause it's definitely gonna educate him. Like I don't disrespect people. It's definitely gonna be an educational moment because he confused. Yo, but the problem is, right? You know that victim term? That came from other black people. You know, that came from people like Candace Owens and the Hodge twins. That came from people like that. Talking to other people. But they don't really know, you know, because they're not really in the culture. They're not from these neighborhoods. They're not from these environments. So they speaking from a perspective just as outside as the people that's listening to them. But since they appear black, the people that resonate with that message, they believe it. They believe it. But they don't realize we looking at them like they outsider too. You feel me? How the fuck is she so speaking boldly on what's going on in the black community where she never lived in a black community? A real black community. I ain't talking about no 5% black. I'm talking about 30, 40, 50, 60, 70% African American neighborhood. Alright, hold up. Like in order to really know what's going on, you gotta be from that type of environment. That's the only way. The fuck? People tripping. Is banana farm? Oh, okay. I got you. Hold up. Alright, y'all, we got Durk on the phone.
Backing it up though, I got onto your channel and you were spewing information about somebody's case, correct?
Spewing? I think
you were talking about somebody facing felony charges, correct?
Yeah, but I think spewing wouldn't be the correct word to use.
Yeah, but nobody inside would want you doing that, would they?
Nobody inside what?
Prison.
Who want me talking about somebody that's a rat?
Somebody's case, period.
I don't understand that question. I think people can talk about whatever the fuck they want.
I'm scrolling YouTube, I come across your channel and you're talking about people committing crimes, ratting on people that commit crimes, and all I said was, this is retarded. Like, I got a question for you. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Hold up, before you ask me a question, I gotta respond to that. Because it's a lesson in everything that I'm saying. I'm speaking about people committing crimes, but they don't want to take accountability for their crimes. So, if you don't want to take accountability for your crimes, maybe you shouldn't be committing crime at all.
That's all I said. My first comment was stop committing crimes. That's what I commented, correct?
Yeah, but hold
I
up.
said that, right?
It's a caveat. Listen. It's a caveat to that. It's not as simple. Listen, it's not as simple as stop committing crimes. You know, because most crimes are crimes.
That simple.
No.
It's that simple. It's that simple.
Where?
You have a choice. It's a paradigm of choices every day. You have a choice to walk 7 miles to where they're building a commercial building, and you could walk up to the supervisor and ask him for a job pouring concrete. Have you ever done that?
Yo, you think I never worked a job before? Listen.
Have you ever... what I'm getting at is the people committing crimes have that opportunity every day. They could choose to walk a different path. They could walk 10 miles one direction in the cold, find a job site out of their neighborhood, tell the people there their situation, and you would be blown away the compassion that is shown you.
Yo, what the fuck? Who the hell told you that?
I live it.
You live it as a white man, bro.
I hire people for a living. I run a business. Okay?
And you live it.
Nobody that works for me is white. Okay?
So what business do you run?
Latin America is kicking Black America's ass in the workforce. True or false?
I think they're giving a lot of things that
They're not. They're outworking you, bro. They are outworking you.
I don't believe that.
That's all they're doing. They're waking up earlier and working longer.
I think that's a fucking lie.
That's the truth. Because
No, it's not.
Here's the reality.
It's not the
the
truth.
reality. Here's what I see from.
I think that sounds crazy. I think you're saying it from your point of view, from your vantage point, but that's not reality.
Okay. Does LeBron get the job in the NBA? Yes. Okay. So if you guys dominate professional sports, why can't you dominate the workforce?
Hey, yo. For one, you gotta understand, yo, that everybody's situation is different. Yo, we come from some of the worst. Listen. No, hold on. I let you talk. But it's not that simple when you coming from neighborhoods that been stripped economically. You got food deserts. Have you ever lived in an area that had a food desert? You know what a food desert is?
I know what a church is.
Do you know what a food desert is?
Churches have food banks.
Do you know what a food desert is?
I understand.
A neighborhood that doesn't even have a grocery market in walking distance.
I understand what
No,
you're
you
saying.
don't understand it, because if you understood it, you wouldn't say. Listen, bro. If you
I'm not
understand,
about giving people a pass on committing crimes because they grew up in poverty.
nobody is getting a pass. But it's not about getting a pass. What I'm trying to tell
What
you
you're saying
is
is that their circumstances dictate their actions, and that's not true.
that's very true.
No, it's not, because there's a lot of good kids that make it out of there, and they didn't end up like that.
It is, and because everybody's situation is different, bro. See, what you gotta understand is, yo, like I told you, we could be next door neighbors. Think about that, yo. Me and you.
Hear me here. You thought I was gonna be some mean, bigoted.
No, I didn't. I'm glad that you can have this conversation. This is what I want.
Look, I have the biggest heart you've ever seen, and all I'm getting at
but
is
you misled though, yo. You misled. You're trying to tell me more about my community than like, you can't do that. That's coming from ignorance, bro. That's ignorant. You don't think it's ignorant to tell somebody else more about that, you know more about what the problem is in their community than them?
Bro, it's not rocket science, bro. The whole world knows what's wrong with your community.
What the fuck? Yo, that is the most ignorant yo, that sounds crazy.
No, it's not. If you wrote the lyrics down on paper to rap music and then you looked at the community, would you be surprised? Now write the lyrics down to country music and go look at the country. Are you surprised?
We made country music.
Okay, then go back to it then.
We had Beyonce just dropped a hell of a country album. She won Album of the Year. But see, this is what you're not understanding. This is bigger than music, bro.
You're so caught up in this Hollywood bullshit.
No, you brought that up. You brought up that. I wasn't talking about that shit. You brought up music. I'm talking about reality. The reality is, you being a white man from wherever you from can't tell me what's the problems in Black America. You need to listen. That's like me
I
trying
need
to
to
tell you.
listen.
Listen, that's like me
Wait,
trying.
okay.
That's like me going up to a farmer's market and telling them how to fucking how to grow their crops.
Well, if you know how to do it better, then maybe you
How?
could. 'Cause what do you mean?
I never grew crops before.
I have a degree in agriculture and a master in horticulture, and if I went to that farmer's market and I had value to add, I'm going to open my mouth. Now, only a moron would shut their ears when valuable information is coming your way. Only a moron would shut their ears.
But that's what you're doing right now.
Information.
I'm telling you you're wrong. When it comes down to the black community, you telling me you're right. So what,
I'm not
what
telling you I'm
about?
right. I'm telling you that there are food banks at every church. So if there's a food desert, find a food bank. There are solutions to every
food
problem.
Bank in every street. Yo, for one, the black church is a major problem in the black community. It's part of the reason.
Do you understand? Okay, I worked at a church when I got out of jail. We poured 60 gallons of milk down the drain.
Okay.
Okay, you know why? Because there's more food in America than anywhere in the world, bro. We waste more food than we eat.
Alright. So what do that got to do with we talking about?
Oh, so in your black community, how many vegetable gardens exist?
Not a lot.
How many people grow their own food because it's cheaper and it's more nutritious and there's more phytonutrient content in it? And then you don't have to eat the poisonous food. Now you get the good food. It just takes a labor of love. See, I think that I'm a force of good, and you don't think I'm a force of good because I'm not your skin color.
I didn't say that. What the fuck you get that from?
That's how you come across.
No. If you have
a good idea, it's a good idea.
Perception by the arrogance. You were speaking in a way that you knew more about my community than me. That comes from privilege,
I know three
bro.
things. There are three things that you can do. I know three things that every man can do that guarantees he does not live in poverty. There are three things. Graduate high school, get a job, and don't have a kid until you're married. If you do those three things, you will not live in poverty.
All right, but listen. What if you're coming from a situation where you had a teenage mother? You understand? You had a teenage mother, and you don't have the best of grandparents.
Okay.
You expect that child growing up to have that information when you factor in the what you want to call it, the disruption in the public school system. Do you know? Listen to this. Listen to this. Let me say this before you go. Let me say this.
None of the teachers cared. None of the teachers in K through 12 cared at all.
Let me tell you this. Yo, in the last pass since 2003, in our community, they've been passing failing kids. You know why?
Yeah. They did it in Florida. Jeb Bush, no child left behind.
Exactly. So, no child left behind. Listen. So listen. I'm gonna take you on a walk real quick.
I'll walk with you. I like you, man. You're a good dude.
No child left behind devastated the urban community. Because what happened was, you know what No Child Left Behind did?
No Child Left Behind and DEI are exactly the same thing.
I don't support DEI. I be talking Trump shit over here. But this is
what I'm saying. Oh, look, all I'm saying is that the affirmative action movement is No Child Left Behind for adults, right?
I don't know. I ain't never look at it like that. I'm
trying to empower people to go on YouTube to learn a trade. Okay, go on YouTube University, which is where I learn everything, and learn how to add value to your community. A plumber makes $75,000 a year, bro.
That's good money. But let me explain. Let's just get back to. You're right. That's. I'm glad you said that.
My problem is that most of my friends that are in this community want to tell me about Kendrick Lamar and not how to unclog a toilet.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about none of that. See, what I use these. See, this it's so much. It's a lot that can be said. Let's get back to to the topic of what he's talking about, and we can get to hip hop if you want to talk hip hop. We can talk about that.
No,
Yo,
what I'm talking about is it's very easy not to commit crime.
It's not.
Very easy not to live in poverty.
It's
You
not
just
very
have,
easy not to commit crime, yo, when you coming up and that's all you see. That's all you
but
see,
do you
yo. I'm
see
from,
it
yo, I'm
work
from
out?
Baltimore,
Or, wait,
bro.
wait, does crime pay? Does crime pay?
Sometimes.
So you see it as a child and you're like,
Sometimes
wow,
it does.
I'm gonna.
To the ignorant youth, it does. You know, because you know the brain not fully developed. They don't see the end of the road. They living with now. It's people that's growing up in houses, yo, where they gotta live with now. You understand? Their mother is working probably 8 hours a day. Their father is who knows where. Or it could be the other way. The father is in the home and the mother is who knows where. And these children are taking care of children. They raising their own siblings. I'm just saying, yo, everybody's situation is different, bro.
Can I be candid and kind of share a really, it's a fucked up joke, but it's kind of funny.
Is it really funny, yo?
It's kind of a story about the crack epidemic of the 80s, bro.
Yo,
and it's like
that's
the
not
CIA.
Funny. There's nothing funny about the crack epidemic. The crack epidemic destroyed the black community.
The CIA tried to give it to the Asian community, and they're like, do what? Kill our own people? No way. And they gave it to the Latin community, and they're like, do what? Kill our own people?
No, but that's not true,
no
bro.
way.
It's not true.
I'm saying it's not a very funny joke, but like, what other community does crime to their own people in order to get ahead?
Opioid epidemic. Opioid epidemic devastated the rural community.
What's that?
The opioid epidemic devastated the rural community. But you know what the government wrote? You know what the government decided to do? Instead of criminalizing it, you know what they decided to do? Oh, we're going to give these people help. These people need to go to rehab. But when the same epidemic, the same type of structure that was put in place was put to the black community, you know what they did? They raised motherfucking prison sentences. They made 3 strikes laws. They mass incarcerated. Yo, if we're going to have the conversation, we got to keep it real, bro.
I want to keep it real. So if there's mass incarcerations going on in my neighborhood and 3 strikes, you're out, guess what I'm not doing? I'm not fucking getting 1 strike. I'm going to go to school and hide in the library, and I'm going to beg the teachers to help me get the fuck out of here.
Yo, how does crime happen? Do you know?
Crime happens because you're lazy and you want to take a shortcut. That's what crime is. I'm a criminal. I grew copious amounts of ganja because I didn't want to work. I wanted to grow weed, and I wanted to get girls, and I wanted to go out at night and blow cash, and I didn't want to work for it, okay? And I went down, and I sat in a cage, and I had a lot of time to think about it.
How much time
you know what? Excuse me?
How much time you caught?
It's irrelevant,
no,
bro.
It's very relevant. It's very relevant.
It's 5.
You brought it up.
Well, I lost a lot of my life.
So what you got locked up for? You got locked up for selling bud?
With guns and money.
And you caught 5 years for it?
Yeah. Not all, like 4.5.
I'm not talking about your whole life. I'm talking about, did you go to prison or you talking about jail time?
Yes.
You went to prison?
Yes.
What was your sentence?
For which charge?
How many times you went to prison?
Once.
So what was your sentence?
1 and done.
No, what was your sentence? What were you sentenced for when you went to prison?
5 years minimum mandatory.
So you had a low and a high number? So what was your low number?
3.
So you caught a 3 to 5?
Yes, and I did 4.
And what you got caught with?
100 pounds of weed and guns.
What year was this, y'all?
2013.
Jesus Christ. Bro, do you know? And you had a record before this?
Nope.
This was your first charge?
Yep.
So your first charge, you went to prison?
Yep.
3 to 5. You got caught with 100 pounds of weed and guns. You know how much time they be giving motherfuckers for that type of shit in my community?
Well, in Florida, I would never see the light of day. In Texas, I'd still be down, but it happened in California. So even black guys in California only get 3 to 5 with the same charges, bro.
No, the fuck they don't. Not with no
Yes,
100, with 100 pounds and guns
Yeah, but
in California.
when you have, well, look, I'm being candid. So like, you could only weigh what was ready for sale. So they had all this extra stuff for extracts and all that. So look, at the end of the day, when you have a lot of time to sit
My
and
man
think,
Adam said he in California. He said you bluffing.
go right ahead, bro. Look it up.
I mean, I'm sure you did, but what I'm telling you is your skin complexion matters in the United States, brother.
I don't disagree with you. I spent a lot of time in the South, and I would have to agree that. But here, I don't know enough to know. I bet a first-time offender, skin color means nothing. But if you're a repeat offender, they probably hit you harder. I don't know why. Maybe because it's racist. Who knows? Maybe because they're sick and tired of
We're
seeing
gonna have a real
over
conversation.
and over and over.
We're gonna have a real conversation. You know why? Like, don't act like you don't know why. You know why. See, this is the thing, y'all. I think a lot of white people, and I could be wrong, but I think a lot of white people think that black people are upset with white people. We're not. Nobody's upset with white people. It's the government. The government is what fucked over Black America. And let me get to that back. Let me get back to what you were saying. Listen,
the justice system fucks over everybody. Look at the founder of Reddit who went to MIT. The federal government forced him to kill himself. He was so scared of the federal conviction ratio, a little white genius nerd who invented Reddit offed himself. Okay? The power of the government is awful to all people.
Let's get back to the crack epidemic, because you said something about...
It was a very it was an uncolorful joke, and I am...
No, I ain't talking about the joke.
It's like a job site joke, you know what I mean?
But see, this the thing. At that time, nobody knew what was going on. So if they would have given that to any community, they would have succumbed to it. Nobody knew what that was. Nobody knew that after they flooded the community with guns and drugs, then they was gonna come back years later when the crime went out of control, and now they gonna up the time you get for crack cocaine and come with 3. Nobody knew none of that.
How about this? Hear me out here. What about self-control, man? What about self-control? Like, you can flood the drugs everywhere, but if people have self-control, there's not an issue.
Hey, bro, you can take the most prominent white community right now, right? Asian community. Take the most prominent Asian community right now. Starve them economically for 100 years. Introduce guns and drugs into their community. I guarantee you see a difference in that community on the year 101. You gotta realize, this been going on for decades, bro. This ain't nothing that just started. This been going on for years. You do that shit to any group of people. You break down. Listen, you break down the community economically. Turn the school system to shit. It was a time, my mother and them went to school that you can graduate with a trade. In public school, it was mandatory. You feel me? You break down the school system. You break down. And look, I'm gonna take it back. When I was growing up, black people owned corner stores. It ain't like that no more.
How old are you?
I'm 39, bro.
You were born in 85.
Yeah.
So, I'm just curious what solutions you have.
Got a lot of solutions.
For the here, for the here and the now, for the person that's in, for the person in that apartment right now that's suffering, that wants to turn to crime, what is your message to them?
This is the thing, y'all. And you're not going to like this, but this is the reality of it.
Tell me.
Every community had help. The black community, really. Fuck you, man. White people had slavery. Asian people had they got money from when they got bombed from Hiroshima. Indians get reservations. Jews had the Holocaust. Every community had help. So what you gotta understand is this problem been going on for a long time, y'all. It ain't gonna fix itself. So what needs to be done right now in Baltimore City? They got 35 closed down schools.
Wow.
Right? No Child Left Behind did that. Because I was ready to say what No Child Left Behind did was it incentivized schooling. Which means that if these schools, they give these schools a certain amount of time and they created these standardized tests. And these schools have to pass these tests so these schools can continue to get funded. Excuse me. So if these schools don't pass these standardized tests in, let's say, 5 years, schools start getting shut down. So what happens in turn when you're a principal, when you got a staff?
Well, I'm trying to follow the logic. So the state of Maryland allows the schools to be shut, and the kids are just roaming the streets.
No. I'm explaining to you.
Okay, I'm sorry, I don't understand.
It's not just Maryland. This is happening all across the United States. It's not just Maryland.
Let's keep it acute to Baltimore, Maryland. You got 25 closed schools. So where do the kids go? It's Monday morning. Listen. 8 a.m. Where do all the kids go?
So I'm gonna get to that part. So what happens is, in turn, teachers or principals, they want to keep their jobs. They want to keep their staff. So what they start doing was lying on test scores. So what happens is you start passing failing children. Because what do? As an educator, if you're threatened with your school being shut down, your staff losing money. Your staff losing their job security. What do? You got the education of the children, or making sure my staff is still working, making sure they still able to take care of their family. A lot of these schools chose that route. They chose the staff. They chose job security. So what happens is you got kids that's failing. So when it come down to the 35 schools being shut down, now you got high school going to school with middle school, going to school with elementary school. You got a whole K through 12 going to school in one building. It didn't used to be like that. And that happened, and that's not just Baltimore. So you factor in the education is low. You got the education. We got in Baltimore, y'all, bro. We got kids that's in the 12th grade reading on the 3rd grade level. How does that happen? And they stealing money. How does that happen? How is that even possible? How is it possible to be a 12th grader reading on the 3rd grade level? Because they passing failing children.
I don't know. I empathize with the person who you said had a teenage mother, because my school didn't teach me how to read. My mother taught me how to read, right? Mm-hmm. And the school didn't teach me math. My mother taught me math, right? Mm-hmm. And my father taught me how to turn a screwdriver, and my father taught me how to swing a hammer, and my father taught me how to push a lawnmower. And so when I took a lawnmower up and down the street and knocked on every fucking door until someone said yes, then I made $20.
I did that too.
And then my dad was such a dick. When I came home, he wanted $5 because it was his lawnmower and his gasoline. And I hated my father so much when I was 10, 11, 12, 13 years old that I didn't understand it. He took me to the bicycle shop and he's like, get any bicycle you want. I picked it out and he went to the counter and he goes, now learn about layaway. Okay?
That's so good. You had good parents.
Well, that's the answer. The answer is the family unit, okay? And if the family unit isn't there, go to the church.
Yo,
okay?
I don't trust the church. But this the thing, yo. You can't teach. This is what I learned.
How do we fix the family unit? If they take the father and put him in prison, or they tell the woman you can cash checks and on these babies are checks to you, then they got no incentive to stay married to begin with.
But listen, bro. You know, welfare is a white woman's program, right?
Well, I heard you earlier saying there's more white women cashing welfare checks, but look, that's just the volume of white people compared to the volume of
Not
black.
percentage-wise and per capita. But
I would love to look at the stats. I probably would agree with you if you showed me the data, but I know nothing about it.
I Google it after we get off. I ain't lying to you. I done already looked it up. But this. I forgot what the fuck we was talking about. Damn. I had a good point I wanted to bring up too. Shit. Fucking brain just froze. Say what you said. Give me what you just said again. My bad, man.
Who aborts more babies than anyone in America?
All right, let's get to that. So this is when the hip hop industry and all of that shit coming to roll, right? So for years they've been telling through music, through imagery, they've been telling black women to be independent. You know, you got I love her cause she got her own. She don't need mine. She say leave her. That is a danger to the success of the black family. Because independence, when you got women who want to be independent and think they don't need a man for nothing, it tends to lead to disrespect. So you got a lot of outside entities that's let's talk about the black community. We don't run the music industry. You understand that, right?
Hey, sidebar. The black community is not a monolith, okay?
But that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the black community.
I know, but we can't just lump it all in there. So are the inner city black community of Baltimore, is that what we're talking about?
No.
That you know about?
We're talking about the black community in general.
Well, my black friends in Alabama go fishing and listen to country music, and they make over $100,000 a year.
That's
and they don't subscribe to any of these problems. They think you are crazy.
Because they don't.
My black homie from the University of Florida, who's in Atlanta, Georgia, who runs his own clothing company, thinks you're crazy.
He wouldn't think that if he talked to you.
What I'm saying is that not everyone is out to say because I had a young mom and no parents and no.
I don't think I'm saying that.
There's a million ways to skin a cat, and we're in America. So if you were in Nicaragua and you were like, hey man, there's a food desert and I can't get food, I'd be like, all right man, that's not so good. If you were in Beirut, Lebanon, complaining about the situation, but you're in the United States of America, the most generous, wealthy country that's ever existed, like get up, get out, and get some. No one wants to hear you complain.
But no, I don't think people are complaining, yo, because people haven't given up. Like, you listen to what I'm saying. You can call out the problems and still work to do better. Like, why do people act like no? But that's where that victim shit come from. Why do people act like you can't say, yo, there's some issues here. There's some things that need to be attended to. But we're still working to get better. Nobody is giving up. I don't think black people haven't given up. People still thriving. It's people that come out of these communities, that come out of the worst of the worst of the worst, and still become success stories. But then there's there's a lot of people that fall. There's a lot of people that fall on the wayside. I got a lot of big friends. There's a lot of
trailer parks full of white people. Okay. There's a lot of white poverty, and you know what? White people don't give a shit about them. Because they didn't wake up early enough and work hard enough. They drank too much beer. They smoked too much cigarettes. And guess what? That's why you're there. You're a product of your choices. Only you can choose for you.
But how many options?
You got 100 choices every day. Your choices dictate your outcome.
Well, when you talk about choices, right? Everybody, you're right. Everybody has a choice to make. But how many options are everybody getting? Everybody not given the same options.
Sure.
No, they're not. Everybody's not given the same options. My options might be jump off a roof or jump off a bridge. I can jump off this roof and break a leg. I can jump off this bridge and die. But either way, I'm getting hurt. See, this is what I'm trying to explain to you, y'all.
I just don't see. You look at the glass half empty, and I see it half full every day.
No, I don't. I don't think I see it half. I'm being a realist. See, y'all, I come from Baltimore. Baltimore is one of the most impoverished cities in America, bro. Like, I'm not from California.
Okay, so why just because you're poor does that mean you have to kill more people? Why does Chicago have so many murders? Why does Baltimore have so many murders? If it's just about getting food, then go to the food bank and eat.
It's not that simple just going to the food bank and eat. That's like saying California has a poverty problem, right? That's like saying, well, if you poor, you know, just go to the what they call the shit, the poor people go. Go to the you know what I'm talking about.
Have you seen the tents in California? There's 500,000 people living on the sidewalks.
Exactly. So what you just said is it's not that simple.
Do you know? Okay, they are all there by choice. They are not there by circumstance. They like to do drugs, so they live on the streets. Stop doing drugs and you won't live on the street. It's very, very easy to succeed in America.
Shelter. My bad, the shelter. So, like I told you, if you can take any prominent community, bro, and strip them economically and put guns and drugs in that community, yo, it's going to lead to murder.
Hey, check this out. I'll prove, just to be a cynic, I'll prove you wrong. Do you want me to give somebody in your neighborhood like a bunch of money and I'll prove to you that it will not help them at all?
So you think that people, well, that go if that is the case, and that's not going to be everybody.
I'll give you a ton of money and we'll watch it live. We'll live stream it for the facts, bro. And I'm gonna watch.
Give me a ton of money.
Poor and choices.
Give me a ton of money and see what happened to it.
Okay, I'm gonna see. You could do the Man on the Street project all day long. They're gonna go by poor choices. The poor choices dictate your outcome.
Where do that come from? Lack of education, right?
But YouTube exists for the last 15 years. Yeah, what would you do with $10,000 right now?
You say
someone gives you 10 grand right now. What are you doing with it?
You say you've been in 10 grand ain't really no money, bro. I probably pay bills.
Oh my god.
I probably pay not in today's society. Hell no. Not in today's world. No, 10 grand ain't.
Wow. It's 10% down on a $100,000 ticket. It's 10% down on a commercial vehicle. Now you can be an owner operator.
Credit. You have to have good credit for that, right?
What do you mean? Why would you have bad credit?
Yo, it's people who parents put their bills in their children's names.
True. This is unfortunate. This is a very unfortunate situation. But for somebody out there who has not ruined their credit, $10,000 is 10% down on a semi-truck, bro.
Right.
Now you own your own dump truck and you drive around to job sites and pick up material and dump it off. Do you know how much that guy makes? Do you have any idea how much that guy makes?
They make a lot. You're right. I agree. You can make something happen if you had the education to make it happen. But like I said, when you factor in, like I'm not making excuses, yo, because like I said, people come out of this.
I don't want your channel to hate me as a troll.
I don't think you're trolling. I think it's a good conversation.
Let's communicate in the future.
I think it's a good communication. But you gotta understand too, yo. You can't speak in a way that you know more about the issues than somebody that lived it. Like,
teach me this. If $10,000 is a drop in the bucket, how much money do you need to change your whole world? Put a figure on it. Give me a figure, bro.
I know how to hustle, and I ain't talking about drug selling.
Homeboy, I run a multi-million-dollar business now. How much money do you need to change your life?
I could change my life probably $30,000.
30 grand changes your life?
Yeah, because I know how to make it. I can turn that 30 into 100 before the end of the year.
How?
Well, I'm on YouTube, so I know I can pay for interviews. I can boost my channel up. Like I'm a YouTuber, bro. That's my focus. That's what I do. So any money I get going straight
So
into
I'm
that.
gonna leave. I'm gonna end the conversation like this. The reason I am doing so well, born in 1982, 42 years old today, is because everyone wants to be on the internet making money. Why? Because it doesn't require sweat. No one wants to wake up at 4
Yeah,
and
but
pour
it's
concrete.
but
So,
it's not
check
easy.
it out.
It ain't easy though, bro.
What?
Don't just discredit
Whoa,
that. I be
it
working
doesn't
like a
require
motherfucker, man. I
any.
don't even get sleep. But you right, it don't require physical labor.
No sweat, no physical labor, and this country was built on back-breaking work.
By
And it
who?
still is today,
By
which is why the Latin community
by
is
who was
fucking
this?
working circles around
Who was this
the most
country? Who was
people.
this country built on back-breaking labor by? Back-breaking work. By who?
Bro, all I'm saying is,
I asked you a
well,
question.
we grew up at the same time. They told us if we don't learn that computer, if we don't learn the internet, we're gonna be left behind, right? Well, guess what, bro? I don't use the internet. I don't use a computer. I climb and cut trees for a living, okay? And what it is
Who taught you
nobody
that?
wants to do. No one wants to do the dirty jobs in America anymore.
Man,
The
it's
millionaire next door to you, the quiet millionaire next door to you, is the electrician. It's the plumber. It's the general contractor pouring concrete. He's got 11 employees and they meet every morning at 5 a.m. They're done at 2 p.m. and they go to their families. Okay? That is how it's done. No one wants to do this anymore. They want to do it and not work hard.
No, you're
So,
right. You're right. I don't disagree with that.
bet.
I don't disagree
So
with that.
that's the answer. It is so easy. These millennials after us are such pussies. Do you know how easy it is to make fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars in America today? It's simple, bro. It's so easy. You take the 30 grand and you don't boost your channel, whatever. You take the 30 grand and you turn YouTube off. Okay? You shut it off. And you go out in your neighborhood and you walk around and you ask your neighborhood, the people around you that are trying to improve your neighborhood, the investors, the realtors, there are people in your neighborhood that are trying to make it better. And
Yeah, I
you go
mean,
to
I
them
live in
and
a
say,
great
"What?"
neighborhood, bro. I
You go to
don't
those
live in the
people.
hood.
Okay, go to the people in your neighborhood that are buying, moving, selling houses, building buildings, and go, what do you need? And they're gonna go, you know what I need? I need a dumpster roll off. And you buy a Dodge 5500, and you go buy 5 dumpsters, and you got a dumpster roll off business, bro. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, it's a lot of money. I know a lot of people get money out in dump trucks and things like that. Like, it's ways to get money. Like, you're right. But you got to start somewhere. You
And I'm not
understand?
trying to personally knock you, but TikTok and Instagram ruined fucking society, bro. It ruined relationships. It ruined relationships with men and women. Okay? And now
Yeah.
you got women with a fucking body count through the roof. Why? Because they can shop their ass around the whole world instead of just getting with someone who works at the local store. Right?
Yeah. You're right. I don't disagree with none of that. I don't
So
disagree with none of that.
my MO is I'm shutting it all. The only thing I'm on is YouTube, and I go on YouTube to learn. I'll usually type in something I want to learn, like how to trade futures. I type in like how to fix my ditch witch skid steer.
Yeah, I learned how to
like,
fix cars through YouTube.
yeah, YouTube, but that's the thing. If K through 12 is gone, then tell the kids to show up at your house and turn on YouTube and go, hey, you guys want to learn how to build a chair out of wood? You want to learn how to sharpen a saw? You want to learn how to learn your ABCs? Like, it's all on YouTube. You don't need the government for jack shit no more. I can watch a Harvard lecture on YouTube.
But that's the thing.
If you want to learn thermodynamics, you can learn it on YouTube,
But
bro.
that's the thing,
If you
though.
want to learn,
Let me say this. Yo, we have a lot of outside influences that adds to the confusion.
yeah,
No
rap
other
music being number one. Rap
community has
music,
that.
number
Yeah,
one. The
you're
devil.
right. No other community really has that. You understand? Like, it's a huge. It's Black Death is profitable. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people eats off of Black Death. One of you said you've been in prison before, right?
I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. I don't understand how the Chicago Police Department makes more money because black people kill black
Because they
people.
working
My
overtime.
wife,
They work.
my
White
wife
people
is
kill
from
white people too,
Chicago.
though, bro. Like
My
everybody
wife is
kills
from Chicago.
who they live next to.
Okay,
It's
my wife is from.
proximity killing.
Hey, Jen, how close to South Chicago Heights did you live? South Chicago Heights. My wife is from South Chicago, bro. Okay? Like, do you know how easy it would be for you to just say, I don't want to live here, and go like 30 minutes south to some farm and go, look, man, I know you don't like me because I'm black, but I don't want to be this. Like, I don't want to be
How is
a
it easy if you don't
gangbanger.
got the money to move?
Bro, walk. We literally settled the entire country on horseback. Okay? We used to camp under the stars with nothing, bro.
Who is we?
What, the people that settled the country? Okay? You realize slaves weren't here in the beginning, right? Like, a bunch of people fled England from political and religious persecution over here because they had nothing. They had absolutely nothing, and they came here for a better life. The history of this country is what it is. There are bad parts and good parts. So we learn from it. But people literally set out across the West and got attacked by natives, good, bad, indifferent, who cares? And they didn't give a shit because that was the best option they had, bro. The best option they had was to walk west.
It's not easy to just like, you make it, you're simplifying it. It's not
Bro,
easy.
you know how many people died? They died in their 20s. These white people died in their 30s. Why? At a chance, at an opportunity of just something better. Okay? Anything better than what the fuck they had. Anything. So to tell me that you can't walk 30 miles out of South Chicago to a farm and go, please, I don't want to die in the hood.
But who wants to do that's not reality, bro.
That is reality, and it's called
reality,
laziness.
bro. That's fiction.
No, it's called the itis. It's called laziness. It's the itis.
No, it's not laziness. It's reality, yo. It's not reality of people just. You know what? I'm just gonna walk 30 miles of Chicago, and I'm just gonna knock on a random person door, and I'm gonna tell them I need help. Like, that's not reality, bro.
No, I'm saying leave Chicago. You know what's south of Chicago, right? It's all farms and cornland. And
I don't know. I've never been to Chicago.
Okay, but I'm saying anywhere USA, if you're in an inner city bad situation, within 30 miles, there's somebody on a roof swinging a hammer, putting shingles on the roof in the July heat. And if you go up there and go, bro, I'm going to die in my neighborhood because a stray bullet's going to kill me, or I'm going to pick up a gun to make money. Teach me how to put that fucking roof on right now.
I'm sure they're going
to open their Coleman cooler and they're going to share their lunch with you, bro.
I'm sure there has been people that done that, bro. Like, I'm sure people have done that. But everybody can't do that. Like, that's not going to work.
Yes,
that's not
the
solution for everybody.
Yes, you can give up on the whole situation. Turn it inside out. You know what I mean? If you guys abandon the buildings and the hoods and everything and go elsewhere, infiltrate the country, what are they going to do with the land, man? You know what I mean? Most inner cities have the highest real. Dude, most inner cities are like right downtown. It's like the greatest property value ever. If it sounds super fucked up, but if you would just leave and let someone rebuild it into something nice, or rebuild it into something nice yourselves, that's the answer. But if you don't take care of your own neighborhood, who's going to take care of it? Somebody else going to come in there and fix it up? Well, then fine. That's just like all these Latin people flooding our border. If you're going to come here and flood my country, then am I allowed to go down there and build some hotels and pimp out your country? Can I go colonialize it? Since you left, can I take it? Right? That's a philosophical question. If all of Mexico jumps the border, can I go down there and run some resorts? Like, or is that me being a white man with my colonialism? It's like, well, you guys fucked it up. I fixed it.
Yeah, you crazy motherfucker, man.
I know I am, okay? But what I'm getting at is the solution literally is that easy. If you are in a really shitty situation, get up and walk 30 miles. And fucking tell somebody where you're at. Walk onto a construction job site with Latin people. okay, and white people and say, look, man, and the white guy's gonna go, fuck, I did 5 years, fuck, I used to drink too much, you know, I used to be fucked up, and now I'm 40 something, and I finally figured it out. Bro, everyone's going through the same struggle, bro. It's the human struggle.
Everybody's
it's not the
not
black
going through the
struggle.
same. Everybody's not going through the same
Yes.
struggle, bro.
Yes, trust me.
No, it's not, yo.
Yeah,
I didn't work. Listen, right? I'm from Baltimore, bro. I moved to Pennsylvania. I worked in rural Pennsylvania, right? Saxonburg, about as white as it can be. And the
I've been to
struggle,
York. I went to York.
and the struggle that their struggle and what they considered struggle is like, to me, that shit is like a fucking walk in the park, bro. Yeah, man, I lost real friends, a lot of them.
Does your heart not break for that? For you not to go back and go, look how easy they have it in Pennsylvania compared to Maryland. Look, fuckers, why don't you just act like the Pennsylvania people and not like these people?
You can't do that, yo. When your environment is directly connected to who you are, yo. You understand? Like, yeah, you can succumb it.
Okay, so
listen. You can succumb it, yo, but a lot of people don't. And you can't necessarily blame them because they didn't succumb it, because so many people has died from it. If it was easy, everybody would do it, bro.
Hey, how about this?
Like, you got this civilized way of life and how it's supposed to be, yo. And in reality, it's not that. It's not that simple like you making it to be, bro. Like, I get it.
Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. Read the book over and over and over, like I listened to the Young Jeezy album when I started my first grow room. I put one CD in the grow room and I played Thug Motivation over and over and over and over and over again. Now, I'm not saying that the music's good, but at the time I needed to eat dog food. I needed to do the same thing day in and day out, right? So,
Well, I mean,
for the people that need something different in their lives, bro, walk 30 miles in one direction and find a church. They'll feed you. Tell them you want to change your life. You can get a job anywhere. Anybody can do this. Okay? Anybody.
You keep saying that.
Hey, look, my new mission, though, is to seek less about being understood and to seek more about understanding. Maybe there is something to what you're saying that I am just not understanding, and I need to be open to that being the possibility that I truly, genuinely don't understand.
Yeah, because you're not listening. I'm trying to explain it to you.
Yeah, I have to be open to that possibility. I just don't understand.
I do believe, look, let me tell you this, right? Coming from Baltimore, moving to Pennsylvania, in my city, let me tell you a story, right? When I first went to Florida, right, a person spoke to me that I didn't know. I thought that was strange. Asked my girl, man, what the fuck, yo, speaking to me and shit. She had to tell me that, oh no, that's how people is other places, because in my city, people don't speak to you if they don't know you. Everybody is walking around with a chip on their shoulder, yo, because they're dealing with stress, they're dealing with poverty, yo, they're dealing with life, they're dealing with circumstances, they're dealing with death. Like, yo, I done lost a lot of friends, a whole lot, then died. My first homeboy got killed when I was 16, bro.
I gotta point this out though, real quick. You tell me, like, other people have it rough, maybe point out you had it rough, but you've been from Baltimore to Pennsylvania to Florida now, so like you've gotten around quite well.
I'm 39
for yourself.
Bro. I'm 39.
What's
I've been a lot of places. Yeah, that's how I'm 39. But
because it's easy to get around. It's America.
I
you don't like where you're at? Move. You don't like where you're at? Move.
See,
you know what I mean? Look what all these Latin people are doing. They don't like their shit. They walk 3,000 fucking miles.
See, look,
I'm just asking you guys to walk 30. You know what I mean?
This is what I'm saying. I went to prison at 20 years old. I went to prison for murder at 20 years old, right? Court 10 years, 5 suspended. Case was bullshit. I shouldn't have caught no time. End up copping out conspiracy, first degree murder.
Did you do it?
So listen. So when I learned, so when I went to prison, y'all, I realized, and you probably realized this too. A lot of people in prison aren't educated.
The whole place.
The system preys on the uneducated. So when I realized
the system doesn't prey on it, stupid people fall down. You can't fix stupid.
But the system.
All right, how many boys in there had dads?
I mean, I didn't. But what I'm saying is, but I wasn't stupid. You understand? I
would say the common denominator is no father, not low IQ. Okay, there's a lot of smart, crafty motherfuckers in there, bro.
Yeah, but it's a lot of people uneducated. It's a lot.
Yeah,
it's more uneducated than it is smart and crafty. But what I'm saying is when I realized after talking to some people like, yo, I don't be different. Yeah, we all criminals, yo, but I'm not uneducated. So I never went back, and I came home with a plan. But when you're dealing with a lot of people, like we got lead issues in our community. Baltimore City is a huge problem with lead. We got a lot of kids.
You're talking about lead in the water from the pipes?
Lead in the paint.
In the paint?
Yes. Lead paint.
What's it?
Lead paint poisoning was a huge problem in Baltimore in the 90s and the 80s and so on and so forth. So this is way before Flint. Like we've been dealing with lead way before Flint. Like most people didn't figure that out until it happened in Flint, Michigan. No, we've been dealing with lead in the 90s and the 80s. With the paint that they was using to paint the houses and they used to chip off and people and kids used to eat them because it tastes like, you know, it had a flavor to it.
See, here's the thing is we've been going on this now for half an hour and I got to cut it short because my time's valuable. But like there are a lot of problems. There's a lot of issues. You can get caught up in this shit or you can choose each and every day to conquer all this shit. Like, okay, if you're a child who drank that water for 15 years and you're low IQ now because of it, I have no idea what to say because of that. But that guy didn't need to pick up a gun and shoot somebody in the face just because he's stupid. Probably not good shit.
Yeah, it fucks the brain. It fucks up the ability.
Yeah, I mean, we could all sit around and like find reasons of like some reason of like why our situation's not good, but like at the end of the day, we gotta find solutions to thrive. Yeah, and there are more ways to thrive.
What I was saying earlier is a lot of with Baltimore, we got all these schools that shut down. We need to open some of them schools up and turn them into rec centers. A lot of these kids are going to prison and committing crime out of boredom. You know, stealing cars and joyriding, that's a boredom crime.
Well, get a skateboard. What the fuck? What do you think white kids do? We just get skateboards, bro. Like, fuck.
But you gotta realize the community is not. It's not a skateboarding community. You understand?
That's okay. So these are choices. I know. This is a community
where crime is rampant. This is a community where people are dying every day. This is a community where it's distrusting the police because the police has been shown that you can't trust them. That's another
thing. The only reason people don't like cops is because cops put you in a cage.
No,
that's the only reason. The only people that don't like cops are criminals.
Not the only
if
reason.
You're not a criminal, you love cops.
Bro, it's not the only reason.
Bro, if you live in a community that has crime, you like the cops.
Listen to
they
this.
Get the bad people out.
No, they don't. Listen to this, bro. Police never fixed the problems that it had with the black community when they was beating us with billy clubs and spraying us with water hoses and sticking their dugs on us. They never fixed those issues. Ever. Have they ever apologized for that? Have they ever came out and said, you know what, we're going to get better with the community? No.
Is that where this conversation went? You want me to apologize for my grandfather sticking dogs on you in the 60s?
No, I don't want you to apologize for anything. I'm
Well,
telling
what
you.
would that do?
Listen.
What would it if Trump came
Listen.
out and was like, you know what, we're gonna give you all
Listen,
reparations.
bro.
I hope they do. I hope they give you all billions and billions of dollars so you can go and blow it all, and the next day be broke, and then no one to blame it on but yourself.
Yo,
Right?
in any community, yo, people are gonna blow it. It's gonna be people that blow it. It's gonna be people that come up off of it. Yo, that's just any community, bro. That's just not black people.
Yeah, but why is it a 99% bankruptcy ratio on NFL players post the league? Like, where does this come from? You know what I mean?
Because they're not being taught financial literacy. They're not learning. Then you got agents that be funneling money stealing from. Listen to some of their stories. It's a few reasons, yo. Like it's not just plain and simple like that. You know, it's a million reasons why people go bankrupt and lose all everything. I wouldn't go bankrupt. Shit, you give me $100 million, shit, I'm rich forever and my kids. You feel me? But it's a lot. It's a lot, yo.
But do you see what I'm saying? With the percentages being so high, and that's why society perceives it the way it is. And when you play the music, it ain't Motown, bro. It's not like you got Motown in the streets and people are shooting each other. It's glorified gang music. It's glorified gang.
That's why I told you about the outside entities. We don't glorify that. Like when you came in, I was talking about the snitching and I'm talking about it in the way of, yo, if
well, what about, hey, you're my age. You're my age. When Eminem came out, they made fun of him. They're like, oh, he's a white rapper. I'm like, why? Because he's not rapping about shooting people? Like, it's not good rap music? Like, they made fun of him for it. Like, we had, come on, you remember, fucking Wyclef and the dude, they had such good music with that wasn't about.
But you know what? Have you seen? I did a video on the secret meeting. It was a secret meeting that happened in the 90s where they were starting to privatize prisons. This is real. They started to privatize prisons and they wanted to transition the music into something more lucrative. Far as through this music, we can also manipulate the minds of the youth into criminality. So not only are we making money off the music, but we making money off the rise in privatized prisons. I got a video on my page about it. This is real. So music, they are pushing this dangerous, disrespectful music with an agenda in mind. You know, the rappers rap it, but we don't run the music industry. You understand what I'm saying? We're not pressing the buttons on what music.
I know. I just, if it's this transparent for you and I to see it, which it is, then why isn't everybody else smarter? Why can't everybody see this and see the grift of what it is? Do you know what I mean?
A lot of people don't care. I think they're just going to not having the right people in position. Like even with the YouTube, like we don't have the right people speaking. You know, I got a platform, but I ain't got the biggest voice on the internet. You know, we got a lot of outside entities. They got huge voices, and they not even adverse to even have these type of conversations. A lot of them is foreigners portraying Black Americans. You understand? So they don't really care about what I care about. You know, because it's not their people that's being affected. They can talk that, like I talk against drill music. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but I say drill music need to be banned. We're not hearing this on major platforms, you know, platforms bigger than mine. Because I see the effects that this music has on the youth. That's why you got all these kids crashing out and they don't even want to get no money no more. All they want to do is kill. Then you got platforms that...
Wow, you killed somebody? Did it feel good? You went to jail for murder, prison for murder. Did it feel good to end a life? It takes 9 months for a woman to make one. If everything goes right, bro. My first was in the NICU for 2 months. I was there every day, making a life, nourishing a life.
I did too.
And it gets taken so cheaply. That is disgusting. That is a cultural issue. Because there's only one culture doing that in the streets of America today.
Yo, that is not the fucking truth. Yo, you know 86% white people kill other white people?
What? 86% of white people kill other white people?
Yeah, compared to 94% of blacks kill other blacks?
I don't know what.
what that means.
Everybody.
What do you mean?
kills-
White people get killed by white people and black people get killed by black people?
Yes. But there's
Okay.
not a term called white on white crime. You know, they never made that. They never marketed that. You know, black on black crime been marketed. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's outside entities that's making things worse. Nobody, we're the only community where the ignorant gets highlighted, where all the ills, all the death and destruction gets highlighted to the world.
Oh,
There's
but
ignorance
isn't that
in every
within?
community.
Doesn't every community highlight what they want? Why are you letting someone else highlight what's important for you?
We're not in control of our own narrative, bro.
I don't understand that. I don't understand that.
The Jews run the music industry. The Jews run the entertainment industry. We're not in control of our image. That's why it's important for like YouTube, and that's why I be so hard on other YouTubers about the content that they put out. Like, yo, we are finally in a position where we can control our own narrative, and you motherfuckers rather do this instead of that. You know, it's a lot, yo. But
what about, okay, so didn't Dave Chappelle pull it off? Like, at what point is some badass rapper, like the best of the best, gonna get offered $100 million from such and such music group, and then secretly record the whole thing, be like, see these devils? They want me to fucking sell out my own kind to you, and he would be the biggest fucking hero to the world, bro. If you could take down the music companies and make independent music the best ever, I mean, come on, who do you think? I mean, independent music is where it should be. The labels shouldn't exist anymore. What do you think happened to all these movies and stuff? Netflix took over all the movie studios, but then Netflix went woke as fuck. So now you got to walk away. If all the talent walks away from the money, right? Like Dave Chappelle walked away from the money. If the talent walks away from the money and goes, no, fuck this game. I want to play a different game.
I say that all the time, bro. But
the talent's got to have a moral code then. But if the money dangled in front of the talent is always going to get the stripper to strip, then fuck, dude. She's a stripper.
They in the way.
Fuck that bitch.
And I be
you know what I mean?
Bad.
Then she's fucking dumb, and anyone that follows her is dumb. Because any real guy out here wants a girl that's a virgin. He wants a pure woman, right? So why are you going to fall for all these tricks, man?
Look, I be talking bad about them. I mean, it's a lot of people that's in the way. It's a lot of people that's in the way of true progress. It's a lot of people that's plants. You know, plants are a thing. COINTELPRO was real. You understand? These are things that's being done that people don't know about, that people don't see, that some people don't even believe. But it's been proven. You know what COINTELPRO was? Destroy from within. They did it to the Black Panthers.
At the end of the day, the
Martin
macro.
Luther King. They did it to Malcolm X. They destroyed these people, these organizations from within. So they playing a puppet master. You know,
I'll leave you with this. Hey, I got control of my 2 feet. I gotta cut you loose, bro. This was an amazing conversation. I got control of my 2 feet. There was 9/11 an inside job. Is there fluoride in the water? Like, I don't fucking know. But I want to make $5,000 tomorrow, so I'm going to wake up with my 2 feet, and I'm going to go cut some fucking trees down. Because that's the only thing I can control in my life is my 2 feet and where I go and what I do.
That's true.
And that's it.
Well, yeah, you're right, though, man. I appreciate your conversation, man. Since you got all that money, support the platform, man. Cash that Baltimore swag, man. Goddamn.
It will quite literally take me a day or two to figure out how to send you money.
But yeah,
technologically deficient.
This is a good conversation, though, man. But stick around, man. Subscribe to the channel. We talk about a lot of different things. But you gotta stop being. You can't be so opinionated, yo, without having the information, man. Like you gotta, because it comes off as arrogance. It comes off as arrogance. It comes off as privilege. So,
can you still hear me? Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
For everyone in the chat, Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. Read it like a broken record over and over.
What is it? Drink or go rich?
Think and grow rich.
Okay.
Read it over. I got it off the book card over and over and over and over. You know what it tells you to do? It tells you to be arrogant as fuck. It tells you to tell yourself that you deserve it. It tells you to tell yourself to wake up early, look left, look right. What time are they waking up? Wake up 2 hours earlier. What time do they go to bed? Go 2 hours later.
go harder than everybody else, bro, and you won't give a fuck what's going on because everyone with you is going to win. Period. That's what Trump did, and that's why America's winning right now.
Alrighty, man. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, love you guys.
I think that was a good conversation, man. But yeah, it's just not that simple, man. And like I always say, yo, outside entities is what's destroying the community, man. That's why I be so hard on some of these YouTubers. Y'all know how I see y'all. A lot of y'all been over here, so y'all know how I feel about certain situations. It's like right now we can control the narrative. We can. We got the platforms to do it, but we're not being elevated. You understand? The people that's willing to do the work is not the platforms that's being recommended by YouTube. They sending us the DJ Academics and all these other guys that really don't give a fuck. They just trying to monetize. They're not really interested in giving a positive message. But what else we was talking about, man? Yeah, what else in the title, y'all? Did we cover everything? Ralo. Oh, the plane crash. Did y'all see this? Y'all know it was another plane crash in Toronto this time? Let me show y'all this real quick. There's another plane crash in Toronto, y'all. I don't know what's going on with these planes and why they keep crashing. Yo, but I don't know. This the problem. I don't know if there's an influx in the plane disasters, or is it just being shown more on the news to create a fear factor? No, because you can't rule that out. You know, they do that from time to time. Like when they was doing the police brutality thing and making it seem like, you know, it was on the rise, but it could have been. Or it could have just been there showing it more. Look at this, matter of fact.
Good morning, live. I usually don't do this, but I have an issue. My son Neil was beaten by several correctional officers. He's out WCI in Cumberland. And he was beaten yesterday by several correctional officers. I have received several phone calls from inmates telling me to call the jail to check up on my son so he can get medical attention. Nobody allowed him to call me, so I called the jail. They hung up on me several times. I talked to someone in medical. She's covering up the fact that my son hit his bus. His wrist, both his wrists can be possibly broken, and his ribs. They say he had bruises all over his body. They covered his cell up so nobody could see what's going on. He could barely talk. I know people do things, whatever, but these correctional officers took an oath and that they need to follow that oath and still treat them as humans and not like animals. So I haven't heard anything back from my son since Saturday, since these inmates been calling and telling me to call up the jail. The shift supervisor got smart, hung up on me, and yet I still haven't heard anything from my son. I don't know if he's alive, if he's okay, or anything. Only thing me and my family been doing is calling up there, and they been hanging up on us. So I need everybody to please take Murder Inc. Take Murder Inc. so I can get some justice for my son if anything's wrong with him or anything happened to him, because these COs is taking the initiative to think that they can do what they want to do. One guy called and they snatched him off the phone and called him a stupid bitch for calling and reaching out to his family to let them know that my son is laying in a cell, bleeding and beaten, and he's not getting no medical attention. and myself have called up there several times to ask them to escort my son to the hospital, and nothing got done. The only thing is they keep hanging up on me. So if y'all could please take Murder Inc., send it to Murder Inc. or anything. Anything is possible. We need help. Like the mayor, we need everybody on top. The news, whoever that can reach out and see if somebody can get help or go out to jail and find out what's going on, because they're not giving none of my family or myself any information on the status of my son, and I'm really worried. So if y'all please could just share this and help us out, we would really appreciate it. And again, it's out the jail in Cumberland. And he's on lockup. He's in cell 10. Thank y'all. Have a blessed morning.
Yo, they be doing that shit in them jails out there, man. Beating people up, then hiding them from their family and shit. Like, that's crazy, man. Hope that story get to the right people, yo, because that's how people end up getting killed. People end up dying like that, man. Beat that boy up, then hit him in the cell. They said they put a sheet over the cell so people can't look in there. Probably ain't getting the proper medical attention or nothing. See, that's the issues I got. That shit famous Richard talking about. His ass asked for that. And I think he bluffing. But for COs to be beating people up, then hiding them. Yo, what are you doing, bro? Then hiding them. It's crazy, yo. But I wanted to highlight that story. But let me show y'all what happened in Toronto the other day, earlier today. So a plane flipped over, y'all. Yeah, for real. WCI, y'all. I think it's called Western Correctional Institute. Western Correctional Institute is what it's called. It's in Cumberland. Did y'all see this?
Hurry! Come on! Don't take your phone. Put that phone away.
No. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Oh my fucking god. Yo, I was just on this fucking plane. Oh my god. Yo, I was just on this fucking plane. Holy fuck.
Everything, drop it. Come on. Don't take your phone. Put that phone away.
No. Holy fuck. Holy fuck.
Yo.
Everything, drop it. Come on.
Yo, how did the plane?
Yo, I was just on this
How did the
fucking
plane flip over?
Oh my god. Yo, I was just on this fucking plane. Holy fuck.
Everything, drop it.
Yo, how did the plane flip over though? Flipped over? Like, yo, what is going on out here in the world today, y'all? Let's see what they're reasoning for. My phone dying, so I gotta keep it on the charge. Oh. Toronto. Plane crash. Let's see what they saying.
The winds were super gusty. The snow had kind of blown over the runways. It was routine, but like it was noticeable that the runways were kind of in a weird condition. And when we hit, it was just a super hard, like I hit the ground, and the plane went sideways. And I believe we skidded like on our side and then flipped over on our back. Where we ended up, there was like a big fireball out the left side of the plane. And it was mass chaos. I was upside down. The lady next to me was upside down. We kind of let ourselves go and fell to hit the ceiling, which is surreal feeling. And then everybody was just like, get out, get out, get out. We could smell like jet fuel. Even now I smell like jet fuel. And then we just crawled out the back of the airplane. The firefighters, the EMTs were there right away. Winds were.
So how did this happen, man? Crash landing.
A Delta plane crashed.
My plane crashed. I'm upside down. It's the same person?
I was just in a plane crash. Oh my God.
We're in Toronto. We just landed. Our plane.
Yeah, I don't get it. All right, they did a press conference.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here today. We're here to provide an update on the situation at Toronto Pearson today. Toronto Pearson President and CEO Deborah Flint will be speaking with us. We're also joined here today by Toronto Pearson Fire, Saga Fire, Peel Regional Paramedic Services, and Peel Police. Deborah will not be taking questions today, but we'd like to welcome her up at this time.
Yeah, but how is the
Thank you
plane
very much. Deborah Flint, President Pearson, CEO of Toronto Pearson. I've just come over from our Emergency Operations Center, and I'm here to give you a statement on what events transpired here today at Toronto Pearson. First and foremost, there was no loss of life. And this is in due part to our heroic and trained professionals, our first responders at the airport. So the facts of the matter that happened at approximately 2:30 p.m. is Delta Airlines Flight 4819 from Minneapolis to Toronto,